What is going on, everyone? This is Chris Rickenbaugh, your host, back again with the Figuring It Out Finance podcast, where I am documenting my journey in real estate and business while also talking a bit about travel, hacking, and personal finance. You can find me on all the socials at Figuring It Out Finance, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. All of the podcast episodes are posted there, as well as Spotify. So you can check me out as well on figuringitoutfinance.com, where you can stay up to date on everything that I'm doing. So this week has been an interesting week, trying to look for general contractors, trying to figure out how to finish flip number 2 so we can get that on the market hopefully by the end of the month. Might be a little bit of a stretch, but something that I've kind of been understanding a little bit more as I get into this game is that your network is your net worth. So I think about the people around me and who is helping me get, to that next level and, make some money. So that is, my general contractor right now. He's just a rock star. He's trying to save me money. He's probably saved me over right around 10 grand on this project, because he knows somewhere down the line that we're going to have to use that 10 grand for something else. So, as we're in this little bit of a period right now where we're stalled out, he's able to show me, it's like, hey, this is where that 10,000, made up, whether that's on materials, whether that's trying to get the yellow jackets out of the wall. He is adding to my network and net worth, and, he's a really, really important part of the team. So, I try to do everything I can to, do everything that he needs me to do. If I need to call somebody, I need to go ahead and call them. If I need to order parts or hop on the phone with Lowe's to be able to pay for something, I need to do that and be available. So trying to help them as much as possible. And then my realtor, who's also sending me opportunities and communicating with me every day, trying to throw out different ideas on how to fund the rest of the project and, make me money as well. So talking about bigger things, it might not just be flipping houses, but it might be buying businesses down the road. So how are we able to start building up the income to be able to take on bigger projects like buying businesses? And then who do I have to connect with to be able to make my life a little bit easier? So right now, as we're looking for general contractors, what I had to do was I stopped last week. I saw a for sale by owner sign out on the tree in the front yard, and I stopped in and because he was doing a small open house a couple weeks before he put it on the market, and just talked to him for a little bit. It wasn't going to work out trying to do anything creative because he's a flipper as well, and I said, sounds good. Maybe we'll connect in the future. So when we had this come up, I just stopped by. I'm like, hey man, do you know anybody that I could reach out to that could maybe help me out with this? And he's like, oh yeah, just here's this guy's number. Go ahead and call him, see if he can help you. So what I did, as soon as I got home, 10 minutes later, I hopped on a call. He answered. We had a good conversation, and we might be able to work something out to where we can get this second flip across the finish line. So, being able to have that big network and then the right network. So if I was in a group with, a bunch of losers, I was probably not be doing anything productive. So now that I'm around successful people doing the same thing I want to do and on the same mission as me, to be able to provide for themselves, for their family, to be able to do any of those things, you need to be having the right network. And that's what, you're always preached about growing up. And then going through investing, that's when you hear the actual quote, your network is your net worth. It's starting to really hit home and make sense. Not that I didn't believe it before, but, it's just that real world feeling to where it's like, oh yeah, this is what they mean by this. So one of the, reading a lot of the personal development books, they talk about the 5 people you hang around the most are the 5 people think about the 4 people you hang around the most. figure out what they're like. Are they successful? Are they not successful? You got to be able to figure that out because you're going to be the fifth. So I would rather, cut off a lot of the circle, bad influences to be able to hang around successful people. And that's what I've done. It's a little bit lonely, but now I'm around the right people that are able to help me on my journey and I can add to theirs. So, that's something that I'm really learning along the route. And I just wanted to hop on today and talk about that a little bit. So, because that's live actual learning, got off the phone with this guy 10 minutes ago type of thing. So that's all I wanted to cover today, how I'm using that, how I'm understanding this, your network is your net worth, and really going through it right now. So that's going to be all for today's podcast. I'll be back again on Friday after I check out the flip tomorrow, see where we're at, and see if I have any updates. So this is Chris Rickenboss signing off for the Figuring It Out Finance podcast, episode number 76.